Alright guys, in this section we're going to be going over gameplay. Now this one is going to be versus Pavan. Again, if you don't know Pavan, he's one of the best Madden players in the world. He's a four-time Raiders Club champion, and he won the 2019 Club Series back in Madden 19. So again, he is one of the best players in the world. So if you guys are struggling versus the Blitz, I have some great examples here in the second half of kind of when I went over in this first portion of the course where we kind of went into some tutorials and practice mode content. So again, Pavan is going to be pretty blitz heavy in this game. So again, if you're struggling versus the blitz or want to be more aware of how to beat the blitz, this will be a perfect. There will be a lot of great examples in here for you. So here, this first route concept I'm going to be doing is. Again, we covered this in the first half of the course. So again, the stuff I'm teaching you guys in this course I use in game. Again, I had that tight and flat out here to pull out any flat zones, and also too, it's a great way to attack. I didn't cover this in the first half, but it's a great way to attack the sideline. So again, it kind of serves as like a high low, except it's more like a mid low, but. Say if someone only has a hard flat on the right side here, if it's cover 3 hard flats, the flat's going to hold down the hard flat, and that's going to get the slant wide open over the top of him. So again, it's another great way to attack the sidelines. Also, too, it's going to allow me having this tight end flat. It's going to allow me to throw the slant before any flat zones as well. And the reason I have the out route out here is, so if he has any deep blues out here, I can throw this out route again to more of that in the attacking the 9 spaces of the field course. But again, for the purpose of this course, I use the out routes really for again attacking deep blues. Again, you can throw the out routes early versus deep blues. So again here. I saw that Pavan kind of had a soft squat here. So again, I'm gonna mix in fades and out routes over to this side. And since he's blitzing so much too, I actually did not like this play because since he is blitzing so much, again I'm having multiple routes cross over the field. My main targets are crossing over the middle of the field, and that's not going to be great versus 6-man blitz. Again, I guess I was anticipating some sort of coverage defense here, but since Pavan is blitzing, I'm gonna shy away from this concept right here because again, it's too long developing. Again, you don't want to wait, for these routes to develop over the middle of the field. These crossing routes, again, it's just going to take too much time. So again, I'm going to get to more attacking the seams, attacking the flats, and the outside drags. Yeah, right here, this is another great route, is these quick out routes in the slot. And this is something I didn't mention in the first half of the course, but again, any of these quick routes, again, you want to have hot reads to go to versus the blitz. And again, just like the drags, we talked about the seam streaks, the running back flats, out routes in the slot will be a great option as well. Again, here he did not play. He did not blitz us here, but again, as you saw though, we had an option with this route combination. We had an option to beat the blitz quick to both sides of the field with this running back option route, which can kind of be considered a hitch, and out route. So again, you want to have quick passing options to both sides of the field when you're sending 5 out like this. And also, we're still going to be able to beat coverage. We're still going to be able to beat coverage defense well with this setup too, because again, we're utilizing a high-low, on the trip side of the field here. Again, because we're attacking the sidelines. Again, it's not with a corner route, but instead we're utilizing, our low option here is going to be the out route, and kind of our high option here to the sideline is going to be the crossing route. So again, to stop that, Pavan would need double flats, and that's actually what he did here. But again, for how I designed this play though, Again, as you saw here on the left, again, you see the double flat. So, again, Pavon was able to guard this route combination because, again, he had the double flats. So, again, Pavon is doing a good job of guarding this left sideline. Again, our main progression was to start post-snap, again, look to the left half of the field. So we saw the left sideline was guarded. But the way we designed this route combination was, again, we were kind of utilizing, you know, part of the triangle concept where we have this option route and post route over the middle of the field. So, again, this is a great way to manipulate the user over the middle of the field. Again, we didn't have the third, you know, point of our triangle, but again, it's still partially used the triangle concept here because we still have this option route and this post route in the middle of the field. So his user's going to have to make a decision here. Again, and he came down, leaving the post wide open for us right here. So again, all in this one play, we were attacking. We were attacking one sideline at different depths, and again, X is on our pull route, the streak, and we're still working over the middle of the field with a triangle type concept. You know, a partial triangle concept, because again, we have that high-low option over the middle of the field to manipulate the user. Again, I think we just stepped up a little too far here, but again, we had that pulse right over the middle. You can cut out this part, Clutch, the running part. Again, we ran the ball to get to a 4th and 6 here. So now versus the big down 1 for 6, I know that he can get pressure with 4 people, and the pressure generally comes off of this left side, or where the slot cornerback is. And guys, remember what I taught you guys in the first portion of the course. Again, I love seam streaks versus a blitz, and we're gonna use these seam streaks to throw out where they're leaving. Again, wherever they're blitzing from, that's where we want to be going with the ball. And again, you're gonna see the seam streak, you know, work wonder or be my target here. Or actually, no, I'm incorrect. Sorry, but he guarded. He did a good job. He took away the seam streak early. Again, the seam streak serves 2 different roles here. Again, it's acting as a pull route to push back deep blues. Also, it is a great quick pass option. So again, I'm looking to quick throw that seam streak if he blitzes off that side and he's not using it. But okay, now look over now the middle of the field. Again, you know how I mentioned to you guys, you know, the drag and post concept, and that's a great concept again, because again we're attacking the middle of the field at 2 different depths. So we have this underneath drag or in route, and then a post. Again, look at where the in route is. It's about at the 32. And the post route's going to be running to like the 45, so it's going to be really hard for the user to maneuver between this drag route and the in route. So again, we designed a play where we had the quick seam versus a blitz, and we had the outside drag versus a blitz. Again, 2 great quick passing options, and we still were able to design a play where we were able to attack the middle of the field at different depths. And again, and we have our running back wheel over here. Again, that's going to be kind of used to pull out the flat zone. Also, we can kind of use this as a little bit of a flood concept. You know, if they're in coverage defense and the drag kind of runs late over here. Because what happens is this single side defender, if there's only one single side defender on the sideline, he's going to have to choose the wheel route or the drag, depending on if he's in a hard flat or a cloud flat. So if this defender right here on the right sideline is in a cloud flat, again, he's going to drop back with the wheel, and it's going to leave us the drag to throw. If not, if this sideline defender is in a hard flat, it's going to open up the running back wheel. And also, we can also throw the quick throw the running back wheel here. So again, the reason why this was a good play design is, again, there's 3 quick passing options. Excuse me from early. Again, we got the quick seam, we got the outside drag, and we got the running back wheel, all great quick passing options. And we're still designing a play that can beat coverage defense as well, as I went over. And again, we're utilizing B on the streak too. Again, it serves 2 purposes as a pull route, and that's what's going to pull back that deep blue you see here on the outside. Again, I'm utilizing a fade, not a streak, because the fade runs more towards the outside, and it's going to push back. You see how it pushes back this deep blue? Again, we just get extremely unfortunate here, but it was a good play design. Again, notice how its B is on a fade, not a streak. And again, I use the B fade to get the attention of the outside third. Now watch the outside third on the left here. Again, it's going to be pulled by or a streak route here. So, and that's what's going to open up the crosser here for us. And again, we pass this down and away from the corner. And we talked about pass these a lot in the beginner's menu. Again, just kind of an unfortunate play here for us, but a good play design. Alright, here on the 1st and 5, we're going to be looking to attack, and as I told you guys, I guess I was anticipating, or no, so yeah, I guess I was kind of anticipating for him to run cover 2 on the outside here. Again, we go over more of the anticipation stuff and all that in like a different course, but for the purpose of this, again, this is a great route combo to beat cover 2 to the outside. And again, as we talked about in the first half of this course, again, if they're doing cover 2 zone blitzes, again, we want to utilize these outside fades versus cover 2. And again, we want to utilize outside fades in general versus cover 2, whether it's a blitz or they're playing coverage out of cover 2. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. And again, we have this B. We have B on this little flat route right here in case this is a soft squat. So again, if it's a soft squat, he's going to play like a cloud, and the soft squat's going to drop down this flat, and that's going to leave the outside fade open on the sideline versus cover 2. Also, the reason why we have B on a flat route here is, again, to kind of act as like the pull route and like the hold route for this crossing route here. So again, and it's also it's amazing how many elements kind of tie into, you know, what the purpose of some of these routes are. So again, B in the flat also kind of serves as, you know, a little bit of a flood concept to the sideline, because again, we're going to have B and A both going to the left sideline at different depths. And again, great way to attack. Again, just to reiterate from the first half of our course, again, for attacking, you know, the cover 2s, the cover 3s, the cover 4s, and there's only one sideline defender. Again, we wanna attack that by running 2 receivers at the sideline at different depths, and that's what we're doing here. And we're doing this with a pull route as well. So again, there's a lot of moving pieces going on here. And again, you saw that. Again, it ended up being the cover 2. And again, that's one reason why we have this B flat, is to kind of pull down that soft squat. And again, watch how the outside corner reacts. Again, that's 100% a soft squat because it looks like it's going to man up and then it drops down. And it drops down because of the flat route. And that opens up our outside fade versus the cover 2 zone blitz. And again, I didn't have to pass this out towards the sideline. This is a bad pass lead by me. I could have just passed it this normal, but I don't know if Pavon put his guy in like an inside third or what, or an inside quarter or what. And you know, let's check out the backside of this play as well. Again, like I told you guys, you know, for beating the blitz, outside drags are a great option versus the blitz. Because again, think about it, we wanna throw out where they're blitzing from. So again, if they're blitzing all these guys on their front 7. And we know that the user is going to be, again, this middle linebacker here, or the safety at middle linebacker. And Pavon's been blitzing 6 a lot, so if he's blitzing these front 6, so all of his linebackers, besides this middle linebacker and a slot cornerback, we know the middle of the field is going to be wide open. And so, again, we want to attack them
or we want to expose the middle of the field with these, quick throw outside drags. That's a great option. As well as, again, we're going to attack the middle of the field at different depths by utilizing a tight end crosser as well. So, again, look, Pavon's going to have to make a decision over the middle of the field. Does he go with the tight end crosser, or does he go with the outside drag? And again, I love the quick throw, these outside drags versus these little soft squats. Again, they're always going to be a great option because, again, we're throwing out where they're blitzing from. So the vacant area is going to be over this middle of the field where everybody blitz. So again, these backside drags are going to be a great option to quick throw. But my progression started off on the left half of the field here. So again, I was really reading the outside corner. The outside corner is a free safety. Again, remember from beginner's manual, take a quick glance at the outside corner and free safety. And again, I'm really eyeing down after that, after I glance at the free safety in the corner, I'm eyeing down kind of X and B to kind of see what's developing here. Again, I kind of sense the blitz, and I notice that it's a soft squat, so I know that X is going to be open here. Again, on this play right here, again, we're designing something that gives us two quick pass options on opposite sides of the field. So we're attacking the left sideline quickly with this out route, and we're attacking the opposite side of the field quickly with this in route. So again, these in routes are going to be great versus coverage and versus the blitz, because again, if you start splitzing these linebackers in the slot, that's going to leave a vacant area over the short middle of the field here. Again, most people aren't going to go out to the sidelines to really guard these in routes, or the short middle,
kind of near the numbers here. So, and again, as we talked about in the beating coverage video as well, again, you're going to see a lot of crossing routes and in routes, because again, there's good spacing over the middle of the field. It's going to be tough for the user to lurk between the crosser and the in route. We talked about that a lot. And I'm also motioning over Y on a streak route. Again, that's going to serve as our pull route to push back the deep blues. And again, right here, pretty unfortunate play, but we saw that Pavon had user blitz. So again, we want to throw at where they're blitzing from. And there's going to be, since Pavon user blitz, there's going to be no one over the middle of the field. So once I kind of sensed him user blitz, I knew this crossing route was going to be open, because there's no one dedicated over the middle of the field. And again, it's just all about throwing where they're blitzing from. And again, hey guys, what play is? And again, we went over this play right in the first half of the course, and I told you guys, I use when I'm teaching you guys, I use in a real game. But again, we're going to be utilizing B. Again, it serves two purposes. It serves as a pull route, so it's going to be great for his coverage defense, to open up our post routes. And again, seam streaks are phenomenal versus pressure. And again, I kind of anticipated this. Again, we go over anticipation in a different course, like the attacking the 9 spacers, or adjusting on the fly type of course. And again, that's going to be more in the advanced courses. But for now, again, we're using this B route as a quick passing option and as a pull route. And again, we have 3 great quick passing options with the streak, running back wheel, and this backside in route. And again, we see, as I talked about in the first half of the course, if somebody is utilizing a cover 3 zone blitz, again, you want to mix up which side you're doing the seam streak to. And again, you want to try to fit the seam streak into the side that the safety is going to drop. So again, in cover 3, there's only going to be one inside third. So one of these safeties are going to be dropping down towards the sideline. And again, I kind of anticipated this. But again, so I had the seam streak open here in the right seam, because I kind of figured that his safety here was going to be dropping towards the sideline. And again, these seam streaks are great quick pass options versus cover 3 zone blitzes or cover 2. And again, we were able to thread him here for a touchdown. Alright, here on this 1st and 10, we're going to go with drive post. And again, check out this route combination. So again, this tight end streak serves 2 purposes. Great quick pass option. Remember, we love the seam streaks versus the blitz. And it's going to act as a pull route to help get this post open, because again, it's going to push back the deep blues. And again, we're motioning over Y here. Again, this is going to kind of act as our pull route to kind of pull or hold any clouds or any flat zones over here. So again, say if he runs cover 2, again, this little Y route is going to kind of hold down any clouds here, and that will kind of open up our post. And again, we talked about that as well in the first half of the course. And again, you're going to see a lot of these kind of variations of streak as a pull route, and then post and in route, or post and drag, or crosser and drag. Again, great spacing over the middle of the field, and the in route acts as a great quick pass option. So again, I also anticipated this here from Pavan, and again, go over that more in a different course. I don't want to throw too much at you guys in one course, but again, like we said earlier in the course, mix up your seam streaks. Cover 3 zone blitz is popular in this game, and you want to throw the seam streak or try to anticipate this, or try to throw the seam streak to the side where the safety is going to be dropping. And again, in cover 3 here, again, cover 3 zone blitz, the left safety is dropping towards the sideline. Again, it's a cover 3 zone blitz, and that's going to leave the seam streak wide open. And again, I also like to highball these tight end seam streaks because they don't overthrow it too often, and it just makes it a safer pass. Alright, here on this 1st and 10, we're going to go back to, we did this play earlier in the game. Again, our quick pass option is going to be an out route on the right side of the field, and a quick pass option on the left here with this little running back drag. Again, we can quick throw those drags. And again, I'm honestly here to an offense. I'm just kind of anticipating his defenses here. I'm kind of reading his mind here. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of called his defense out, a few plays in a row, and we're just making them pay for it. Again, utilizing the right combinations. So again, here it's a cover two zone blitz. And again, we talked about this in the course. Again, outside fades versus cover 2. And then if it's a soft squat, we kind of use a route underneath, like an out route or a flat, to pull down the soft squat. And again, that's what happens here. The soft squat gets pulled down by the out route, opening up the outside fade. Now again, at this point, guys, it might start to get a little repetitive because now we're just kind of rewinding through and just, but it might be helpful to see as many reps as possible. Again, all we're really doing here is, we're checking both seams. We're checking the outside with fades in case it's a cover 2 zone blitz. We're utilizing actually we haven't utilized the running back wheel too much, but we've really been attacking both seams well. And the outside fade. Again, here we go back to a concept we talked about a lot in the first half of the course. And again, this time, the seam streak, the inside third is on the same side as the seam streak. So instead, what do? We check down to our quick pass option on the outside. Again, like I told you guys, I love these outside drags and in routes as well versus the blitz. And again, this serves as great coverage beater too, because again, we got the in route, the baby in route, and the post route over the middle. So again, we're attacking the middle at different depths. We got the quick pass option to the right, quick pass option to the left, quick pass option in the seam. So 3 quick pass options that will still be coverage defense as well. Again, you want to make sure you're having quick pass options on each side of the field. And also, I'm a pause it here. So, and the reason why you want those quick pass options on the middle of the field or on opposite sides of the field is, if you just have your quick pass options all going to the one side of the field, say if you had like a hitch. So say right here, if you had a hitch, where 84 is, and then like an in route from 80 here on the outside, and those are your only quick pass options. Again, the user is going to be able to kind of lurk both of these because they're both going to be running into each other. They're both going to be on the same side. So, well, if you have your quick pass options on opposite sides of the field, then the user is going to have to pick their poison because they're not going to be able to get to both sides of the field at the same time. Again here, we're going to be utilizing, again, we're going to mix in this running back flat now. So again, we've done a lot of seam streaks, outside fades. We've done the outside, quick pass in route or drag. So again, now we're going to mix in our little running back flat, throw that in there. So again, we got the pull routes, 2 pull routes here. And I motioned over Y here on the streak because just in case it was cover 2, then I could, throw a fade to the outside versus cover 2. That's why I did that. And then again, we still have, our 2 options over the middle of the field. Again, we're attacking at different depths. Look at Povan's user. He's not going to really be able to guard this post route and the in route at the same time. Because again, they're attacking different depths of the field. Again, look at the space between, our underneath option over the middle and our higher option over the middle. Again, going to be really hard to lurk between both of these guys because of the spacing here. You can cut that play out clutch. Again here, 2nd and 12. Again, we're going to go back to familiar concepts. Again, a lot of times you don't have to get too cute here. You just got to rotate a few plays, and Pavon's kind of had trouble stopping them. So, again, we're just going back to the mill here. Going back to what's working. And again, always basing our route concepts around the essentials. The pull routes. Our quick pass options. Or in routes and post. Our seam streaks. Again, we're always kind of coming back around to what I taught you guys in the first half of the course. And again here, this time I motion over a fade. Again, just in case, I can use this fade to win versus cover 2 to the outside. And again, we got multiple streaks on the field here. This time we got 2 seam streaks here. So again, another great concept versus the blitz, where we can attack either seam quickly. And again here, it's a cover 3 zone blitz. And as we talked about, why I love this seam streak, again, free safety, drops down to the outside, because the inside third is going to be on the other side. So this safety, the free safety, again, he's dropping down the cloud. Again, that's going to leave the seam streak wide open here. Again, I hope these examples were really helpful versus the blitz. And again, a lot of what I taught you guys in the first half of this course, again, I'm utilizing in game. You know, everything I told you, I'm utilizing at the highest level, and you guys can see that it's effective. So again, it really just comes down to, you know, repetition and, you know, asking questions. And again, if you really want to be following along, you know, I would recommend writing down your own route concepts. You know, take a pen and paper, write down your own blitz beating concepts, and you can even send them to me. So again, that's a good way to follow along. Again, I want you guys to kind of be creative and start creating your own concepts. Again, utilize the tools in this course, you know, to kind of create your own meta and you know, it's fine if you want to use exactly what I'm using, you know, the route concepts I'm using, but that's really not the purpose of this course. It's to kind of show you guys the essentials, the concepts that work, and then you can apply them to your own game and kind of know how the pros are creating their own route concepts. Again, that's kind of the purpose of this course, so you guys can kind of see what the pros are seeing and kind of get to go inside the mind of, you know, what it takes to create, you know, really effective route concepts. Again, that's my kind of goal here. But again, if you want to use these route concepts exactly, you know, that's cool too. And you know, I'm gonna have a trips ebook out as well, which I would recommend checking out. So, you know, after these courses, it's going to be a lot easier to understand the ebooks and where I'm coming from, since now you guys can kind of see behind the scenes of, you know, how these plays are being created, how these concepts are being created. So, again, I hope you guys found that helpful, and, you know, make sure to reach out if you got any questions.